I warn you, this is very painful to watch.
President, why are you doing this? This is outrageous.
This is a kangaroo court. That's what we have here,
This
Mr.
is
Chairman.
wrong. To violate your own rules without going by the mandates of the parliamentarian. This is unbelievable. There's a way to do this. If you want to force this through, if you want to ram this through, there's a way to do it in accordance to the rules as spelled out by the parliamentarian.
So we just witnessed a judiciary nomination hearing where the Republicans just decided we don't need to hear from Democrats at all because we have the votes. Normally they would say, what is your opposition for not nominating this gentleman for the position? And each and every person gets a chance to say what they disagree about that person. Now we're to the point where I believe Trump has given the order to go full authoritarian and just silence any opposition in any form.
But sir, this lacks decency. It lacks decorum. It shows that you do not want to simply hear from your colleagues. This is absolutely wrong. And sir, this is to me one of those moments where we are not showing common respect for each other on both sides. I have sat here when we were in the majority and listened to my colleagues' arguments, listened to their passionate statements, and then we voted.
Well, my reaction is that this was a moment for the Democrats to really, state their case against this nominee. And the reason why it's important is there's big rumors in Washington that if there's a vacancy in the Supreme Court, this person may in fact be nominated for the Supreme Court. And so to basically have this day where you can speak to the public and say, this is why he is a bad nominee. This is why he's unqualified for this position. And he's unqualified for any position. He also is very controversial in the legal profession. Many Republicans outside of this committee and outside of the complicit Republican Senate are telling them, do not nominate him. He will be a thorn in your side going forward, and do not, basically push him through. They're going to get their chance on the floor. I doubt that Thune's going to shut down debate, but this is bigger than just this nomination.
I don't doubt it. She's saying they're going to get their chance to say it. I doubt they shut down debate. What's to stop them if they do?
And this was the moment to basically state their case against this nominee. And Chuck Grassley, who knows better, as Booker said, he knows better, did not give them that opportunity. And I think for everybody listening, you say, why not? Because there's so much evidence against this guy. There is so much to say about this guy. Grassley does not want that in the public record. And it's just bad business. And when people say, oh, the Senate, there are people you can work with. Chuck Grassley's been that person you can work with. And this is really, I think, from him backing away from his support of IGs, from him basically doing the bidding of the administration, he has really injured his reputation with a lot of us who think very highly of Chuck.
Okay, so for all of you who don't know, the gentleman that they want to nominate is the one who said he would defy any order that goes against the Trump administration's agenda. He will then, as soon as the Supreme Court retires, be able to be nominated to the Supreme Court. So yes, the deck will still be stacked in the Supreme Court with a ultra Trump supporter. Now, the reason that I believe that they are doing this, one of the reasons, is of course for the elite. We have now come to a point where we are reinstituting a new form of slavery. But now they've gotten it to where the immigration, the people that are locked up, no longer are able to have due process, no longer able to have a bond hearing even. So that means that they'll be locked up for the duration of their plea that when they came in this country, it was legal for them to be here. Trump took that away. So now that they took away all of the asylum and whatever else, visas that they determine is illegal, there is no due process, meaning they can't fight it and they can't get out. So in between the time of being deported, when they're supposed to be here fighting for citizenship, and we're talking about people that may have been here for decades, that have been going through the process of becoming a citizen, they would no longer be allowed to fight their cases. But here's the kicker of what they can do with everyone that is going to be incarcerated for the duration until they decide to deport them. So we all know the big beautiful bill slated millions of dollars to build new ICE facilities, detention centers. But here is where the new form of slavery comes in.
Eric Prince, the founder of Blackwater and the brother of Betsy DeVos. He's back in the headlines. He's pitched a $25 billion proposal to the government to privatize military and border operations. Yes, this is the same Eric Prince whose mercenaries participated in war crimes in Iraq and whose companies have skirted oversight for years. Part of his proposal includes installing detention camps on military bases run by privatized armies. He wants to do this with private contractors outside the rules that public agencies have to follow. None of this is about security or his passion for America. It's about profiting from militarization and deportation. If this gets greenlit, it is the fast track to unaccountable, for-profit warfare. It's a glimpse into how quickly fascism hides behind a price tag.
Okay, let me see if I can make it plainer for you. Let me just read what's down here at the bottom. I'm just going to read that to you. Lock them in chains, take away their citizenship, put them in work camps, or ship them to another work camp in another country where they are not citizens and have no rights and have to abide by their non-citizenship laws. What did they used to call that? It was on the tip of my tongue. Slavery.